Okay. Welcome everybody to Big Sexy Recovery Live. I've been thinking a lot about this space. Am I trying to be funny, heartfelt? I realize that just giving a summary of my day or what's coming up isn't that interesting. I could talk about, part of me wants to get political. They passed the House passed the stupid ass bill. I want to share my opinion on that. But do I? Kinda. Also, what funny things are happening in the world? What am I watching? What's entertaining? Like, I just found out about Giggly Squad. Paige Serbo and Hannah Berner, their podcast. I was watching Good Hang, Amy Poehler. I love Amy Poehler. And Good Hang is such a good podcast. So I'm inspired. Right? I have a podcast. I talk about my travels and whatnot. But I think I can be funny. I think I can be humorous. And so I need to talk about, pop culture, personal things. Like, for example, I touched on it this afternoon. Yesterday, I had a bad case of diarrhea. And I mean bad case. And it was gross. Because I'm bedridden. So I'm laying here just shitting. And my poor wife has to clean it up. That's how I know she loves me. One of the many ways, the testament of my spouse, anybody willing to clean your shit for free, that's true love. True love. Go ahead. Ask your girlfriend or boyfriend if they would clean up your shit if you had a case of diarrhea and couldn't get out of the bed. See how deeply in love you are in that moment. So I know my wife loves me. She's currently out running errands, so I take this advantage of her being gone because it's quiet to do these lives. And I realized that I'm a silly fellow. I'm a humorous dude. I can be wacky and kooky. But usually it's based off of other people's stuff. That's why I never wanted to do a podcast by myself. My humor and my not brand, but the way I talk and think, really is reliant on communication, talking with somebody else. That's why I'm so thankful for my podcast co-host, Judgmentalist, because he gives me somebody to talk to, or somebody to listen to. I'm a really good listener, and then I will comment on what I hear. But if it's me just talking, then I gotta comment on what I hear me say. That's dumb. I mean, kind of. Some people are good, but I realize all the best podcasts are either doing a bit talking about news or movies or shit like that with somebody else. I have multiple people on the podcast. I can't think of any podcast of one person just talking that isn't boring. A lot of self-help podcasts are one person talking about be into your spirit, touch your masculinity, which if you touch your masculinity on camera, that's a whole different podcast. With that type of energy. I don't do that yet. I mean, I do touch my masculinity, but not on camera. But if times get too hard, I may have to crack open that OnlyFans page and show people my big sexy. But, to recap the day, nothing. Doctor came, looked at my hand, made suggestions. I talked about all that before on my last live. Otherwise, I ate, sat on my chair, and laid in bed. That's been my day. Also, I finished the song. The rough draft of the song. Sent it to my bandmate, shout out to Graham. And we'll tell it back and forth to see how it goes. I realized that I have a connection with my audience because most of the people know me. But what if I'm being listened to by people who don't? And they need to get to know me. Well, when I get to that space, I'll let you know who I am. If you're new here or don't know me and want to know what I'm about, ask me. Hey, Divos, good to see you. Yeah, I'll share that information. I'll talk about the origin of my name, how I came to be who I am, all that kind of shit. If you want to know. But in the meantime, I'll just be here chilling, recovering from the stroke. I don't even see it. That's my squeeze joint. I have to squeeze that pretty much all day, every day, to work out my hand so that I retrain my brain and it gets better. I realize now that my voice is better. I've been laying down, so my voice is strong. And it's been strong and improving, which is really great. You can really tell by going back to the older lives and hearing the voice then. Even when I was laying down, the voice wouldn't be that strong. But it's getting better. I'm also trying different camera angles. I realize I'm holding the phone with my hand and I want to take my headphones off, but I can't do it with my other hand because it doesn't reach my ear. I just set the phone down. So hang tight. I'm going to set the phone down and take out my headphones. Enjoy the ceiling. Okay, I'm back. No headphones. Yeah, so. Oh, shoot. Okay. I also promised you guys 2 questions for tonight. The first question I pulled said, have you ever been skinny dipping? Why or why not? The answer is yes, I have. I would go again. I think it's fun. I love naked. That's why you see me. I'm generally not wearing clothes except underwear. I'm just happy to be naked. Plus it's hot. I don't need to work on getting clothes on and off. But why? Well, also, I think I'm not afraid. Give me. I'm not afraid of nudity. I think it's awesome. Demo, you should try it. It's liberating. Plus, it's how we were born. Swimming in water, but naked. I don't mind swimming in water, but naked. I've been skinny. Only place I don't want to go skinny dipping is in one of those lakes or streams in Brazil with animals that swim up a pee-pee. I don't want nothing swimming up a pee-pee. I'll skinny dip in a pool, jacuzzi. I have skinny dipped in the ocean back in my young hippie days. When I was all about that kind of madness. I enjoyed it. All right. The next question is, who is the kindest person you know? Well, technically me. I know myself. I'm very, very kind. But if not me, I'd have to say probably Sunny. Sunny Dawson. Shout out to Sunny. I'm gonna tag her in this. She's incredibly kind. Wonderful. Has a great smile. Very real. But I've always seen her kindness. Mara is also kind. I've met a lot of kind people here in Playa. From back in the day, Kathy Irvin is very kind. She has a good spirit. I'd say my father, also very kind. I've known quite a lot of kind people. They help me be more kind. I know a lot of unkind people. They also help me be more kind. I want to be kind by example. Kindness is free. Spread that shit everywhere. That's it. That's gonna be it. I'm gonna cut this now because I have to pee. And I can't do that with my bad hand. And I don't think you want to see that on live. So, I hope you had a happy Tuesday. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. I'll be on again tomorrow around noon. Check out my GoFundMe. Follow me on Instagram. Or if you're here doing so. But check out @BigSexyNomad, my YouTube channel, my podcast. And thank you again for joining Big Sexy Recovery. Bye.